Grandfather?
If you know who your grandfather is. Alright.
Grandfather, his name is Bekir.
Bekir.
Bekir. B-E-Q.
Yeah.
I-R. That's how you spell it.
Okay. And who was your mother and father?
Then the grandfather, we start from the older one.
Alright.
The grandfather, his name is Hassan. There were 4 brothers.
Yeah.
My grandfather was twins with Joseph's grandfather.
Okay.
And the other 2, they're not twins. They were one, his name, Joseph's grandfather was Hussein, his name. And the other 2, there was the one as the Shane, one Salih.
Okay.
My grandfather is Hassan.
Hassan.
Yeah.
Alright. What was your father's name?
My father's name? Umer.
Umer?
Yeah.
That's the same as my name.
Well, that's why you had the name of that.
What was your mother's name?
Jamila.
Jamila?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we put Jamila's name Jamila.
Was anyone named Agim?
No.
No? That was just an odd one out. What year were you born? What date and year were you born?
I was born, well, my registration card says 1921, the 1st of January, 1921.
But if that's what your card said, what day were you born? Do you know?
Well, that's when they told me I was supposed to be born.
Okay, so 1921.
When my father died, they told me I was 6.5 years.
Okay, what did he die from?
Well, he had pain on the side, but as I asked the doctors over here, they told me it must be heart trouble.
And what about your mum? When did she die?
Well, I can't remember her. When I was 3 years old, she died.
Okay, how old was she when she died?
Who?
How old was she?
I don't know. I don't remember. I never even asked that anybody.
Okay.
Not very old, because she only had 2 children. Another boy before me was the same age of Joseph. They're born in 1 week.
So you had a brother?
Yeah.
What happened to him?
He died. His name was Hassan too.
How old?
Put the grandfather's name.
How old was he when he died?
I don't know exactly, but he died very young. He was. Everybody there, he was that smart. So everybody says he's not going to live because he's so smart.
So you don't know how old he was? No. And when your dad died, who looked after you?
Joseph's father.
Okay.
He took me over.
What was his name?
Emin.
Emin?
Emin. E-M-I-N.
And what city did you live in?
I lived in the village.
What was the name?
Around the city is a Korcha.
Korcha. But what was the name of the city you lived in the village?
Biran.
The name of the village was Birain.
Huh?
Birain?
Yeah, Biran. B-I-R-A-N-J. See, N-J pronounced Nya.
And how long did you live in Albania for? How old were you before you left?
Well, I come here in 1938. I was born in 21. 9, not quite 17 when I come over here.
All right. When you were 17, while you were living in Albania, what did you do there?
Any work in the land, looking after animals. School, no school. The only school I had about 3 months school. You had a private teacher too, because the government could afford to send teacher.
And what was life like? Can you remember?
Oh, it was all right for us. The only thing for me to come to Australia, parent died. We had to separate the land in half with my 2 sisters. And the earth tremor come, knocked down my house. Whatever I had by the time I was 16, they all gone, the tools and things like this.
So you got 2 sisters. Are they your natural sisters or stepsisters?
2 sisters with the stepmother.
Stepmother.
Yeah.
So did your father remarry, did he?
Yeah, he got married after my mother died.
Okay.
He married one lady in from the same village.
And what was her name?
Shadia.
Shadia. And what were your stepsisters' names?
The one is alive now, Ziko.
Mm.
She's got the name of my grandmother's, my father's mother. And the other one, the younger one, was Jamila.
And is she alive?
No, she died very young.
How old was she when she died?
I think she was about 9 months or not quite 1 year, something like this. Because when my father died, my stepmother had to go away because she was not that old, and I told her, you better go and get married again because you are too young. And this boy is not it's not your son. Never know how it turned up. Might want you, might don't want. And she got married again.
Well, how old was she?
At that time, I don't think she was 35, 38.
How old were you? How old were you?
I was only 6.5 when she go away.
And then what happened? Joe Sen's family looked after you?
They look after me. As I grown up, I was working there, any work. Work in land, look after animals. We had our own land, we had plenty, but you couldn't get enough, you couldn't sell it with the price of to be a prosper over there.
Why did Joe Sen's family look after you? Why did they adopt you?
Because they were the closest relation. Joe Sen's father and my father, there was a first cousin. Joe Sen and me and Jabektash, we are the second cousin. You and Nicky, you are the third cousin.
So what do you remember of Albania as a young boy?
Well, that time I think that it was all right. Provided we were working for ourselves, our own land. Even we were employed people to do the work, but you can get a good price for the crop you grow.
Then what made you decide to come to Australia?
Was that?
Why did you decide to come to Australia?
Well, because over there I couldn't afford to start home again, because everything what we had, my father had, some my stepmother took them, because that time if the husband died and the wife had to take, they were like, they had to pay her some money, whatever they decide. It's not like now, your husband died and she takes the lot. That time only she can get what she's registered or how much he pays her. So we had to give her, we had 2 buffaloes, milk and buffalo, the water buffalo. It was very nice, the best in the village they were. They will give it to her as the sisters. They got half of my properties, but they were with condition I had to take them back when I grow up, to take them, the sisters. But I come to Australia and never took them.
Do you keep in contact with your sister, Siko?
Well, now I do keep contact with her, but I haven't seen her since then.
Since when? 1938?
Huh?
Since 1938?
Since 1938 I haven't seen her.
So what made you come to Australia? Why pick Australia?
Because actually I never even decided to come over here, but Jabektash was here. And they said if I can go over here and make some money and go back, start a house again over there. But the war started, we got left over here. Good job we got left here, because otherwise in communist country.
But why Australia? Why didn't you pick America or England?
But I never had anybody in America. Over here was Jabektash.
So Jabektash, he was already here.
Yeah, he was here. He got the permission for me to come here.
How old was Jabektash when he came here?
Oh, he was young too. He was only 15 when he came. Very young.
And when did he come? What year did he come? What year did he arrive?
1928, I think.
How did you save the money to come here?
Oh, the money, Jabektash sent me the money. He sent me the money to come over there.
How much did it cost?
Well, the ship, it cost me 44 pounds, Australian pound. Then it took me from 28th of February, but we stayed here 2 or 3 days in Italy before we get the ship for Australia. But it took us a long time to come over here because the ship broke down in the middle of the sea. As soon as we left Colombo, then we come to Fremantle. All the passengers from the ship, they went on the strike because they didn't want to come. Whoever wants to go Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, we went in strike because that ship It might take us a couple of months to take us in Brisbane. So we went in strike. We stayed 4 days in Fremantle. They sent us with a English ship. The name of the ship was Esperance Bay.
Esperance Bay.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still. That was a very nice ship too.
So you landed in Fremantle. When your first port in Australia was Fremantle. And how long did you
stay 4 days there because we went in strike. All the passengers of the ship went in strike. We didn't want to go to Brisbane.
On that ship?
On that ship. His name was Romola, Italian boat.
And when you were on strike, where did you stay?
The company kept us in a hotel. It was a very hot day too. It was April something.
Could you speak English?
No.
So how did you go on strike if you can't speak English?
The others start the strike. Mostly Italian, they start the strike. They say we can't go. We're supposed to come in 8 days or 12 days from Colombo to Fremantle. It took us 6 weeks because the ship broke down in the middle of the road.
So the ship was fixed and they put you on an English ship?
But that ship still didn't get fixed. They had to come back because he had stock to bring over here too. But they come very, very slow. But we come with the English ship. When they come to Victoria, they come by train from Fremantle to Victoria by train. But we went by ship.
Where did you go? To Brisbane?
Brisbane.
Why did you go to Brisbane?
Because Jabektash was in Queensland.
So he was in Queensland.
He was growing cotton in Biloela.
Did he own the land or was he a labourer?
No, he was like share farm. He cleaned, over there you clean the land.
Yeah.
And then you grow cotton for 2 years. Then after you had to go. So I grow cotton 3 years.
Alright, so you got to Brisbane.
Then I went to Biloela, from Brisbane to Biloela.
Where's that?
They call them Clyde Valley, they call them in Queensland. That's where we grow cotton.
So who were you working for there?
Well, I work for myself, grow my own cotton.
Who gave you the land to grow the cotton on?
Well, the first year, Jabektash and Jarsen had one paddock, 25 acres. They had cleaned it, then I grow cotton 1 year on that.
Who gave them the land?
There was the land there was another Greek fellow had the farm.
Hmm?
But they clean it and they grow the cotton for 2 years. They grow 1 year and 1 year I grow over there. In the second year we got another paddock, 40 acres with Shukurin Jaja Italian.
And who owned that land?
Another Italian chap.
So they let you come on the land and grow the cotton?
Yeah, grow.
And what did you pay them to stay on the land?
We didn't pay anything to them. We paid to this chap, he cleans the land. There was another Albanian. His name was Sheriff. Jashiro, I thought it was shortcut. We bought the land from him, 6 shillings an acre we paid to him. We grow cotton 1 year, but we didn't get anything because the insect went and ate it because it was around.
So you grew the cotton, you paid Shetty the rent.
We paid to him, we bought the goodwill from the land to grow cotton 1 year.
Yeah.
We paid him 6 shillings an acre. And then after we went and cleared another bush, another farm. We grow cotton again there.
Who owned that land?
Another Australian chap.
And you paid him rent?
No.
What did you
So
pay him?
we cleaned the land.
So you cleaned the land for him?
We cleaned the land for him. We grow cotton, to grow cotton 2 years.
So he let you stay there to grow cotton as long as you clean the land?
Yeah.
And
We built up one shed, built up the shed to live there. Few lines, and we had to buy a tank to collect the water from the Rhine.
how long did it take you to clear the land?
We had to work all through the winter to cut, depend on how. We had to work a couple of months, or more than a couple of months.
How many people worked to clear the land?
I cleaned myself the one I grow for myself. I cut the bush, swinging the axe all day. Cut big trees, small, well there was a bush, thick bush. You couldn't go from here to the road, otherwise you had to make marks, or otherwise you get mixed up and God knows where you finish up coming out.
You get lost.
You get lost.
So it took you a couple of months to clean the land.
Yeah, probably more than that. I can't remember exactly.
And when the land was cleared,
Then we burned the bush, the trees, because you cut the trees and you make them to go all on top of another. And you go on the other side, make the trees to fall on this side. And when they get a bit dry, like the leaves and all gonna get dry, put a match and you burn. You have to watch where the wind blows so you can get all the bark. Then after you burn, the rain, as soon as the rain comes, you go and plant it. We used to plant it with, we had the one like a walking stick, but filled up with cotton seeds. Then we used to walk and they plant the cotton.
how long did that take you to do?
Oh, you can do that a week or something, because you do a lot. You go,
So how many acres did you plant?
I planted 40 acres.
40 acres?
Yeah, because it was bush.
In a couple of weeks?
A couple of weeks to plant it. Or probably more than that, less than that.
Less than that. And how many people helped you do that?
Myself.
By yourself?
Yeah.
So who did you live with?
We used to live, we had built up a shed together with Jalil, his cousin, his brother, the one is in Kayaban, Amdin. We used to live together.
So everyone had their own land?
Each one had his own park. Shefketi, dik, kiest in je land, the same farm, but we all had separate, each one had separate.
And what did you do when you got back to the shed with everyone there? What did you do? How did you occupy each other in the night time?
At night time we were dead tired, so we had to prepare the food for the next day and go to bed and sleep.
Who would do the cooking?
We all do it, but I was doing most. We had one shed. Once we had Jalazia, Iyati Rejepit, Ronda's grandfather. He stayed with us because he cleaned land over there in the same farm. And after, when we left that farm there, I went to Queensland, North Queensland, up in Tebland, Atherton. Atherton, I picked corn for a couple of months.
Just before we go there, that where you stayed in the shed with the other guys, you all did your own washing and
Oh yeah, we had to do our own wash.
yeah?
Even if we had a bath, we built up a small shed with like, you have the shower access over here, but with a cup to throw the water over.
Did you have any time off or did you work every day?
Just about every day. Never had Sunday, never had Sunday off.
What time did you start in the morning?
Early in the morning, sometime before the sunrise. Especially when we pick cotton, we had to go there long time before the sunrise.
And then what time did you finish in the evening?
In the evening, when it got dark, we couldn't see. We had to put the cotton in the bell, jump in the bell and press the cotton in the bell to fill up the bells, to send it to the cotton board.
And how much did you get for that?
Oh, it was very cheap. The cotton board, I think, only was paying about 6 pence per pound.
So how much would you get for a full bale of cotton?
Oh, I can't remember because the cotton board, they send so much each time. They don't give you the money straight away. You send the cotton in cotton board in Brisbane, and they clean it, because cotton board will get seed, cotton will get seed like olives seeds. They clean it and they send you whatever they like.
Was life hard? Did you find it hard or
Well,
did you
it was
cope?
hard, but we had no other education to do. But couldn't even do anything else that time. Wasn't any even to be in the city. Say if you start or something in the city, like a restaurant. Say if you start a restaurant that time. For 1 shilling, the people come and eat 3-course meal, 10 cents.
Who taught you how to speak English?
Just learn, pick up the words.
Everyone that was living in that shed, could they speak English?
Well, they speak English, but we were talking mostly our language.
Did you get
Only
on?
want to learn English when you talk with strangers.
Did you get on well with everyone else?
Oh yes, we get on all right. We got on well, we even with the neighbors. We used to visit one another, have a party, singing sometimes.
What, other Albanians or Australians?
Other Albanian. Srinium dot never.
Why couldn't you
Just-
stay with them?
Just smerčem do smeđu, a they annoyed to do something and the kishe trouble. That's bashkoshe dotać. And sometimes we had the first year when I come in, we took a contract to clean up one farm for the boss, for some bosses. But it took us a long time before we got the money, because he never had any money to pay us. He had to wait till the government to give him a loan to pay us bit by bit. So it took us more than 6 months.
How much did he owe you?
Although we had a contract, 15 shilling an acre. To clean 1 acre, $1.50.
$1.50.
Yeah. And what money can you make of $1.50? We need 2 loaves of bread a day because we're working that hard.
How much was a loaf of bread?
Cheap. What loaf of bread was 6 pennies, like 5 cents. Or even the meat was, you can buy a pound meat for 6 pence.
Were there plenty of